I used to pay a content team thousands of dollars a month to make videos and posts for me. Scriptwriters, thumbnailers, editors, the whole lineup. So I decided to try something different. Instead of paying humans for any of it, I'd try to use AI to do the entire thing. Research trending topics, write entertaining scripts, design the posts, even generate the voice and the avatar that delivers the message on camera. In this video, I'll walk you through every tool I used, in the exact order I used them, with the prompts and the settings that actually make these tools work the way you want. We're going from a completely blank page to a posted short-form video, all without me writing a single word myself or opening a camera once. By the end of this video, you'll know every step you need to do the same thing for your own page, your own brand, or business. Every piece of content starts the same way. Before anyone writes a script or films anything, somebody has to figure out what to actually make. That's the strategist's job. Researching what's working in your niche right now, who the audience is, and which angles convert. For this video, I'm building a UGC ad campaign for a vitamin C brightening serum. So the strategist's job is to figure out what kind of UGC content is actually performing in the skincare space right now, what hooks people are using, and what pain points to lean into. Normally, this is hours of scrolling TikTok, reading Reddit threads, looking at competitor ads, and taking notes. I'm going to do it in about 90 seconds, and for this, I'll be using Perplexity. Perplexity is a research AI that browses the live web and gives you cited answers. And for this kind of work, it beats ChatGPT because it's pulling current data, not stuff from a year ago. I'll use the free version so you can follow along exactly. Open Perplexity, start a new thread, and paste this in. I'm creating a UGC-style short-form ad for a vitamin C brightening serum. Research what's currently performing in the skincare UGC space on TikTok and Instagram Reels in 2026. Give me the top 5 hook angles that are converting right now, the most common pain points being addressed, the typical UGC creator persona that performs best for this product category, and 3 example structures that ads in this space tend to follow. Cite your sources, hit send, and let it work. What comes back is genuinely useful. Hook angles, what no one tells you about vitamin C opener, and pain points around dullness, post-acne marks, dark circles. It tells me the persona that converts best is usually a relatable woman in her 20s or 30s showing real before and after texture, not a polished influencer. Now most people just copy-paste this into the next tool. Don't. Take 30 seconds to actually read it, use that beautiful brain of yours, and pick the angle you want to commit to, because everything from here on out builds on this one decision. I'm going with a fear of looking bad because of dark circles pain point. Now I've transformed an idea that I randomly got while doom scrolling into a research-based structure. We have a target audience, hook angle, pain point, and content style. 4 bullet points that took 90 seconds to put together and would have taken a strategist half a day. Save it somewhere you can grab in a second because we're about to hand it off to the next role on the team, the one that turns this brief into a script. Now we're getting to the hardest part of this process, which is creating a script that doesn't sound like an ad or like AI written slop. For this, I'm using Claude. There's a free version that's good enough for most of what we'll do here, and a $20 plan if you want longer projects, and the projects feature, which I'll explain in a second. I prefer Claude over ChatGPT specifically for writing because the output sounds more like a person and less like a blog. Everyone is sick of AI writing, so we need to be careful here. Open Claude, start a new chat, and paste in the brief we got from Perplexity. Then under it, write this. You're writing a 30 to 40 second UGC-style TikTok script for a vitamin C brightening serum. Use the brief above. Pick the strongest hook from the list and write the script in the voice of a relatable woman in her late 20s speaking to the camera in her car in the morning. Structure. Hook in the first 2 seconds, agitate the problem for about 10 seconds, introduce the product naturally as the solution, show one specific benefit, end with a soft CTA. Keep the language casual, no marketing jargon, no superlatives. Read it out loud in your head before finishing. If it sounds like an ad, rewrite it. And if you're wondering, I'm not just winging these prompts. There's a system I use when talking to AI agents to get the exact results I want every time. Pick up the free resource I made. Both are linked in the description. Okay, what comes back is a 30-second script with a clear hook, a real problem, and a natural product introduction. Read it out loud. If a phrase feels off, tell Claude exactly which line and why, and it'll rewrite just that part. I usually go through 2 or 3 rounds of small tweaks before I'm happy. That whole process takes about 5 minutes. Now here's the part most people miss. If you're going to do this regularly, you don't want to re-explain your brand voice every single time. Inside Claude, there's a feature called Projects. Create a new project, call it whatever your brand is, and inside it add a project instructions file with your brand voice rules, your audience details, your tone preferences, and any words or phrases you never want used. From then on, every chat you start inside that project follows those rules automatically. You stop pasting the same context every time. That's the script. 30 seconds of dialogue written in the voice of a real person, ready to be performed. The catch, of course, is that we don't have a real person to perform it, which is exactly the next role we need to replace. This is usually the trickiest part. Whether you're camera shy, bad at speaking, or just don't have the time to film yourself, I got you covered. We'll create an ultra-realistic AI avatar together. For this, we're using ImagineArt, one platform with all the tools we need. Image generation through NanoBanana, video and voice animation through Kling. Pricing starts around $13 a month and up depending on how much volume you're running. I've left a link in the description if you want to follow along with the same setup I'm using. Open ImagineArt and start with the image. We need a creator who looks like the persona Perplexity gave us, a relatable woman in her late 20s, in a bathroom, morning lighting. Inside NanoBanana, write a prompt like a 28-year-old woman with natural light brown hair and clear skin, no heavy makeup, standing in the front seat of a car in the morning, wearing a cream-colored tank top, looking directly at the camera, candid expression, iPhone selfie style, slightly grainy, natural daylight from a window. Generate 3 or 4 versions until you get one that looks like an actual person and not a stock photo. The trick with UGC is making the image feel slightly imperfect, too polished, and the brain immediately reads it as fake. Add some slight eye bags, a pimple or birthmark. Imperfection is human. You don't just make an avatar your girlfriend will get jealous of. We don't want to get you in trouble. Once you've got the image, take it into Kling. Upload the image, paste in the script from Claude, and tell Kling to animate the character speaking the script with natural mouth movement and small head gestures. Kling handles the lip sync and the subtle motion that makes the avatar feel alive. Head tilts, blinks, the small movements people make when they talk that you don't notice until they're missing. I'm not going to pretend this is flawless. If you look closely at the avatar, you might get an uncanny feeling, like something is off. The technology has gotten insanely good in 2026, but it's not invisible. For a 30-second UGC ad on TikTok where the viewer is half watching while doing something else, it works. For a hero brand video on a billboard, you'd still want a real person. That's the avatar done. The hardest, most expensive part of the whole content team, replaced by 3 tools inside one platform in about 15 minutes of work. Now we just need to clean it up before it goes live. The next role on a traditional content team is the editor. Here's the good news. For the platform we're targeting, TikTok, Reels, Shorts, you barely need an editor at all. In fact, the more polished your UGC ad looks, the worse it tends to perform. The whole point of UGC is that it feels like a real person filmed it on their phone, and heavy editing kills that. Raw, slightly rough, slightly imperfect footage is what converts. So this is the segment where I tell you to do less, not more. Just a few rough cuts to boost retention and adding clean, minimalistic captions, and you're good. Let's move on. So the last role on the team is the social media manager, the person who takes finished assets, writes platform-specific captions, and schedules everything across the right channels at the right times. This is the role most solo creators try to do themselves and end up wasting time, which could be used for other, less repetitive tasks. Let's speed it up. The tool here is Buffer. The free plan covers up to 3 social channels, which is enough to get started, and the paid plan is around $6 a month if you want more channels and more scheduled posts. Either one beats doing this by hand. Connect your accounts, TikTok, Instagram, whatever you're posting to. Drop the UGC video in, cue it to TikTok, Reels, and Shorts in one shot. Buffer handles the format requirements for each platform automatically. You don't have to resize anything, you don't have to reformat, you just upload once and pick where it goes. The captions are the one part where you should still put a small amount of thought in because the same caption doesn't work everywhere. TikTok wants something short, casual, and curiosity-driven. Usually one line that hints at what the video is about without giving the punchline. Instagram captions can run longer and lean more narrative. Shorts barely cares about captions at all. You don't need to write these from scratch. Pop back into Claude, paste the script, and ask for 3 caption variants. One for TikTok, one for Reels, one for Instagram. Each tailored to that platform's tone. Takes 10 seconds. Drop them into Buffer as you schedule each post. Pick your posting times. Buffer will suggest optimal slots based on when your audience is active. Hit save, and the entire campaign is queued. That's it. Now your videos will go live without you touching another button. That's the full team replaced. Now the moment of truth. Let's look at the finished video together to see how it compares to human-made ones. Fingers crossed.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I did not think this was gonna work. A little backstory. My eye bags have been the bane of my existence since I was like 9-teen. I started getting asked if I slept at all, which is honestly the worst thing a person can say to you. Last summer at my friend's wedding, I saw a photo of myself and almost cried in the bathroom. So I've tried this brand as a recommendation from a friend, expecting nothing much, but let me tell you, I was beyond shocked at the results. It's a vitamin C serum, which you rub on your eyelids in the morning, and that's it. It takes like 5 minutes max. Look, the shadow I've had forever is finally gone. I went out Friday with concealer that I normally need 3 layers of, and I did only 1. I just needed to tell somebody about it because this thing genuinely saved me. So if you want to get it, I have it on my website, link in bio.
Now, I want to be honest with you because the whole point of the hook was asking whether this is actually better than what a real content team would have made. The truthful answer is it's not better at everything. A great human UGC creator will outperform an AI avatar on warmth, on the small unscripted moments, on the laugh that lands because it's real. A great human designer will catch nuances of brand identity that an AI prompt won't. Those gaps still exist, but the AI version wins on pure math. A real content team for one campaign like this, strategist time, a UGC creator's fee, a designer's hours, a social media manager scheduling everything, you're looking at hundreds of dollars minimum, often into 4 figures depending on who you hire. The version we just made cost me under $30 for the entire month, and I can run the same workflow 10 more times this week. For small businesses who don't have the budget for a huge ad campaign, this is genuinely a goldmine. So that's the entire workflow from start to finish. We took a blank page and got a finished ad in less than an afternoon. If you want to create insanely realistic AI avatars like we did, I would strongly recommend using a tool like ImagineArt. I'll leave the link in the description. And if you're interested in going deeper on AI tools, check out the Manus AI video, which is on screen right now. Manus is a different beast from anything in this stack. Instead of replacing one specific role on a content team, it works more like a full AI agent, but I don't want to spoil too much. Go see for yourself. I'm Josh, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.